This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Hello, folks. John Solberg here. And I am your host for the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. And I'm happy to tell you that today's show is brought to you by Green Mountain Grills. You want to talk about Green Mountain Grills? I want to talk about Green Mountain Grills. You know, for more than 17 years, Green Mountain Grills has brought the smoke to the competition scene in backyards all over the planet. Their Venturi-style fireboxes deliver the cleanest 150-degree smoke in the pellet game. Their newly redesigned 2025 Prime 2.0 grills blend proven technology of the past with the technology of the future. Green Mountain Grills is the original innovator of all things Wi-Fi, and they continue to give the users granular options to control your grills in any environment from anywhere. Green Mountain Grill also leads the pack in accessories. From their pizza attachment, they have rotisseries, they even had add-on side burners. Check all this out and more, and make sure you check out the new 2.0 Prime Green Mountain Grills over at greenmountaingrills.com. That's greenmountaingrills.com. Now let's take a jump back to 2008. You ever wonder where this came from? Now you're going to find out.
All right, as promised, joining me now, a guy who I've been trying to chase down for the better part of a year. Finally got him on the hook, and we're going to be talking wine and barbecue. I am, of course, talking about Gary Vaynerchuck, host of Wine Library Television, the number one most passionate wine show on the internet. Gary, how's it going tonight?
Tremendous.
All right, so I want to have you on tonight because there's been a movement afoot where a lot of barbecue competitions have started to, bring about ancillary categories where they're actually mandating people serve wine with barbecue. So that's kind of the precipice of why I wanted to have you on tonight. But before we do, I know we have a lot of Vayniacs tuning in tonight, but then there's also some other people that might not be as familiar with you as the Vayniacs and myself. So why don't you go ahead, give us a little brief background about yourself and kind of where you're at today.
Sure. I'm a diehard Jets fan. I love my family, and I also run a wine retail company in New Jersey called Wine Library. In 2005, I turned 30. I freaked out, and I decided I needed to do something else with my life, and I started an internet program, a little web show called Wine Library TV, and with the help of the many and millions and millions of Vayniacs out there, it's become a little bit of a phenomenon, very enjoyable. But what's most exciting for me is that we're breaking down barriers. We're getting people to try different things. We're absolutely creating a culture where people are trusting themselves. I don't want to be the new expert of this generation like a lot of people think. I just want to be somebody that creates a new thought process in wine where, just like barbecue ribs or chicken, I don't see barbecue ribs being scored by the rib spectator, or there's no Robert Porker who's in charge of pig meat out there. It comes down to everybody's own palate, and that's what I want to create for the wine industry.
Now, you kind of mentioned something there as you were just talking about kind of dispelling some of the wine myths, breaking, and of course, you're kind of known for, breaking the wine rules, quote unquote, on Wine Library TV. Why has wine been perceived as being so unapproachable to a lot of people here over the course of time?
The way it was positioned. I think the people that kind of held the reins for a long time were the French, for all due respect. And without generalizing, I think they kept it on a very high pedestal. I think America as a culture needs to be blamed at some level because we took it as being too serious, and we saw it as being something intimidating. I think it's complicated because it changes every year. And I think that is complicated for people because they worry that they've got to keep up with things. So there's a lot of reasons that I think that it's been complicated and difficult. But ultimately, I think that it's been mispositioned. I've been texting back and forth with wine, and it's not happy about its position in society, and so I'm here to help.
Awesome. Now, for somebody that might be just getting into wine, how about a few, quick pointers as far as, some of the advice that you would give to them getting into this whole love affair?
Sure. I think first and foremost, really, at the end of the day, it's your palate. Like, nobody knows your tastes better than you do. Nobody's going to, understand what you like more than you do. And so I think it's imperative you need to understand that there's no right palate. You don't have an unsophisticated palate. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm not sophisticated enough for this stuff. You're more than sophisticated. You just as much as you were sophisticated to drink root beer or to eat a cheeseburger or to eat potato chips. Your taste is your taste. Number two, you've got to try different things. Don't find a wine right out the gate that you like and then drink it forever. That is a massive mistake that so many people do. And number three, recognize that price has no impact. I mean, there is a crap load of terrible wine at 100 bones, and there are, plenty of great wines that have little characters on it, and are 6 or 7 bones.
Good advice. Now, moving on to the meat of the subject, pun intended.
Nice work there.
Thank you.
That's some good work. We might need to get you on the Thunder Show. Can I give a huge shout-out to Loves Shandon? I just wanted to do that randomly.
I think you just did it.
I did it. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. So I've been getting some emails here over the last 12 months after I've kind of promoted Wine Library Television. I liked it, so I put it on my website for people's own public consumption if they want to get into it, something they could do. Over time, I've been getting emails. Greg, I'm going to such and such competition, and they're requiring me to pair a wine with this or that meal. Obviously, I'm not the guy to actually ask about that as far as where my background is, what my expertise is. So that's the reason I wanted to have you on tonight. So if we could just kind of break it down by the 4 main meat categories, you give some suggestions, some rudimentary guidelines. We'll go from there. Number 1, beef brisket.
Beef brisket. What do I most recommend?
Yes.
I'm a big fan for somebody to go with Barbera. It is an Italian white, that's a great job. Italian red grape that I think brings enormous thunder. It's extremely well made. It's got high acid, which I think always works extremely well with the beef. It's well priced, 12 to 15 to 18 bones. Very high on that. I also think a lot of people can go with Pinotage. It's got this rusty nail, copper penny, banana peel thing going on that I've had a couple times with South African Pinotage that has really been a great combo with beef brisket. I don't really have the scientific reason, mainly because I'm not Mr. Wizard, but I guarantee that is something a lot of people are going to like because it's good.
All right, next up on the pedestal is chicken. Now, typically, at least in barbecue competitions, I have no idea why this is, and this is more of it seems in the barbecue competition world, what's winning is what a lot of people then try to reproduce, throughout the teams. So you see a lot of chicken thighs being turned in for competition. So what would you suggest with chicken thighs?
Chicken thighs specifically. Now would that be heavily marinated?
Typically, these are going to be dry rubbed or even potentially injected with some type of solution. So not marinated, but then, of course, you have to factor in wood smoke, hickory, apple, cherry of some kind. Sure.
I mean, one of the things that I think a great white wine with high acid could work here. A Gruner Veltliner from Austria, I think, is a really great play. Albarino, I think, from Spain is a very nice play here. Some of the Greek white wines could be a tremendous play here. Rieslings, again, from Austria, could do a real good job. But here is what I've always liked traditionally with the chicken combo is high acid white wines. I think a lot of people overlook that combo, and so anything with really high acid, Sauvignon Blancs even at times can get there. Really complements the acidity. Really pairs always so extremely well with chicken for my palate. And so, don't forget. Listen, you're asking a guy who thinks that you can really do a lot of different things. So I'm sure there's people out there that are yelling and screaming and saying, "Charbono! It's all about the Charbono, dude."
And what I should have said in the open was, if you ever wondered where that sound drop came from, we now know down to the minute that it came from September the 12th in 2008. I'll be totally honest with you. I still don't even know what Charbono is. I'm probably going to go Google it after this. Or maybe it'll just be a mystery forever. I'm not sure. Anyway, Thanks so much for checking this out. If you want to hear the rest of the show, head over to the bbqcentralshow.com. Link in today's show notes. Going to take you to the complete episode. And until next time on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I look forward to talking to you again soon.